Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another edition of Cheese Compilation! Today, we're going to start off with a game between MRK and Illithidon, here on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Protoss player, MRK. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Illithidon, representing Easy. This name is familiar, and it should be to you as well. All right, so here we go. PvP, early probe coming out from Illithidon. Same thing happening from MRK. Both players could be doing crazy stuff. Crazy stuff with early probes, but they could just be scouting. But since this is a cheese compilation, I'm anticipating fairly crazy things. Thank you to my screener this week, Logan. I appreciate you very, very much. All right. Here we go. Illithidon throws up a pylon in MRK's natural base, and MRK throws up a pylon kind of near Illithidon's possible third base location. This is going to be very, very interesting. Double cheese for the first game of cheese compilation number, I want to say, is it 20, you guys? I never look at it before I start casting this. One of these days I might, but not yet. I think it's 20, though. And here we go. Cannon 1, Cannon 2 up. MRK does not know this exists, does he? No. No, he doesn't. But if a probe comes up here on the high ground and just hangs out, that is a sign something's going on down below. And there we go. Well, now you know. Now you absolutely know that's a pylon. Double pylon coming up on that high ground. A zealot out of this gateway, and here comes the probe defense. Probe defense rocking on in. You'll notice nothing can happen over here at this pylon for MRK because all his probes are busy trying to get rid of these pylons. And there are enough of them to get at least one of these. We'll have to see. There's a cannon coming on the low ground for Illithidon. He is going to try to get these cannons down and start getting rid of these probes before long. Zealot does pop out of the gateway and commit suicide by running directly into this cannon, which is bad, which is real, real bad. So both pylons actually killed by MRK on this high ground. He doesn't have them. Oh, and he does toss down double gateways here on Illithidon's side of the map. And another pylon coming up. No, there's already a cannon done. Another cannon done. These probes need to get out. There's not enough, and they do. They do escape. Another pylon on the high ground. We are just pushing hard right now for Illithidon. So far, so good. He's lost some stuff. Mind you, he's lost a couple pylons and a probe, but he did bring two for that very eventuality. Another cannon zealot here for MRK. Can't decide what to do, actually. Do I attack this? I mean, probably could attack that cannon, do some damage to it, but instead he's just retreating. MRK, no! MRK! Mark, I suppose. Are these doing anything? There are zealots coming in for MRK across the map, so he might be able to salvage this. Illithidon apologizes. I'm sorry, I need the win. And meh. So a surround of probes here with a zealot going after this one cannon, but there are two cannons in range just hammering these pylons. They do get the cannon, but the zealot's dead. And the probes are dead too. So we are down to a total of 9 probes for MRK compared to 19 for Illithidon. These zealots are hanging out for MRK down on the other side of the map, and this push is looking real, real scary right now. Another pot, another cannon, 2 cannons on the way. You'll notice how he's spacing them out fairly well. He's got decent coverage with existing pylons. This is not the greatest, but that's okay. And here come the zealots. Zealot attack, no probes. Oh, the probes get the surround on one of the zealots. Oh, they take him down before he even really starts attacking anything. He got the other one, does wall off with cannons at his front. Any more zealots that come in are going to have a real, real hard time, and the probes do successfully defend themselves against the zealot incursion, and that's it. MRK is defeated, and Illithidon is victorious here in 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Dang, son. That was a good example of some real short cheese, real nice cannon rush. Pretty good placements here, pretty good defense from MRK too. Not the greatest, obviously, but not bad. And I like how we got the zealots down into Illithidon's base, but man, if that one zealot had been attacking, maybe you wait for 4 zealots and then go for it. That could have been interesting, but got a little impatient and lost the game. So that's it for game 1. We'll come back with game number 2 in just a second. Welcome back to Cheese Compilation number 20, everybody. I did check to see what number it was between Cast 1 and Cast 2, and this will be a game between St. Nicholas and Firebird here on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is St. Nicholas. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Firebird from 22 Core. Good times here. So a TVP battle here on the fishy map, same map we saw in game number 1 of this cheese compilation, number 20. Probe moving out for Firebird. Did throw down that pylon. What's this going to be? Is he going to be a cannon rush? Nope, it's a gateway. All right, so gateway here. Who's going to be our cheeser then? There's no proxy stuff, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a proxy for there to be cheese, but oh, this probe being sneaky for Firebird. What you got in mind, little probe? What you trying to do? We're trying to hide, first of all. That is the first thing. And then throw down a pylon. Step number 2. SCV's going to scout on in here. Now, okay, if you're here and there's not a second pylon up within the next minute or so, it doesn't have to be one now, but within the next minute, go look for a proxy somewhere, Terran player. That's what you got to do. Again, not now, but eventually, you're going to want to look for that thing. Just hanging out back and forth is this probe. So we do have some early Protoss cheese in this compilation. Let's see if it's successful or not here. This is basically a will cheese fails thing, which is, again, copyright lag TV. But they're not doing it anymore, so it's mine now. But basically, this isn't all successful cheese. This is going to be cheese that is successful and unsuccessful. If you'd like to send me your replay that's cheesy, whether you're won or lost or got cheesed or successfully held off cheese, you can send it to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. They will all get screened, I promise. They will all get looked at. Some of them will get chosen, others will not. Please don't take it personally if your cheese did not get chosen. And what is happening? Wow, St. Nicholas going for the proxy factory. All right, this is insane. Both players are, in fact, proxy cheesing each other. And Cybernetics Core is done for Firebird. What's he going to do? It's going to be a Stargate. Going to be a Stargate. I have to imagine this is going to be an Oracle for Firebird. Meanwhile, St. Nicholas at the factory has endless choices and opportunities. Engineering Bay coming up too, which I don't know what that's going to be for, unless he wants a missile turret to deal with possible Oracle incursions. All right, so SCV comes in and says there is no higher tech here. There is not a robotics facility, not a Twilight Council. I don't see a Stargate. I don't see a second pylon either. Alert, alert, red alert. What is happening? There is something going on. Is he scouting at all? There's a Reaper heading out, but the Reaper's not scouting. The Reaper's just going to try to kill some stuff, which is going to be hard because there's an Adept out for Firebird already, as is established. Factory done for St. Nicholas. Oh, and he's lifting it. What? And he's going to land it right inside Firebird's main. Are you kidding me? I mean, is this visible? I feel like it's going to be visible. Meanwhile, Reaper here trying to knock down the Nexus, and there's a bunker at the front. What is happening? Yeah, this is totally visible to our Protoss player. This factory is, but maybe he's worried about the front stuff instead. I'm so darn confused here. Pearl running around scouting St. Nicholas. There's still nothing being produced by the Stargate, which is a bit of a problem. Adept trying to take down this factory by herself, but no. Mothership Core's out. That's good. Mothership Core here getting some DPS off at the same time. Guess what's in production in the factory? It is a Widow Mine, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of them, actually. And this base is going to have to be canceled. There we go. Marines inside that bunker forcing a cancel. Adept firing Widow Mine. Gonna eventually come out. Can't chrono boost these things. Can't do it. What is this thing? A starport here for St. Nicholas 2. Widow Mine does burrow and does kill the Adept. All right, successful proxy so far, but Firebird is not giving up. Not giving up. Another Adept joins the party. Mothership Core here too, trying to kill this factory, which difficult thing to ask. Killing that factory with a Mothership Core and an Adept. Look at the, oh, he jukes right back on in. Look at this. Firebird leaves it alone for 2 seconds, and the factory lands. Widowmine tries to get in here to burrow. Nope, Adept finishes it off. It was already injured, which makes that a lot easier. Is he still not doing anything with this Stargate? That's kind of sad, actually. He's been so distracted by this shenanigan. Down back here. Is there a Reaper in this bunker? There's a Reaper in the bunker. The Reaper could be doing some damage here while everyone's distracted by the factory, but... Oh, there's the... Oh, the Oracle had to come home for Firebird to help defend. Oh, that's sad. Our Oracle wanted to do stuff. Oh, it's a Hellion, but it's dead now. All right. So maybe not working as well for St. Nicholas as previously. Oracle does kill the SCV who was building stuff over here, and there's a Liberator in production for St. Nicholas here too, with another Oracle in production for Firebird. So he's got 1 Oracle. He's going to have 2 very, very soon. There is a missile turret inside this mineral line for St. Nicholas, though. That is what the engineering bay was for. I like it. And that factory is actually toast. Factory gone. All right, so Oracle going to try to sneak on in. Is there anything up here in the natural? No, because I blocked that with the pylon. And it's Sheila. Hey, Sheila. How's it going? Oracle going after these SCVs. But again, missile turret placement pretty good here. Pretty fantastic. Does kill a couple workers. 3 workers killed. We'll make it... Wow, doing very well. 4 or 5 just staying on the outskirts here. And a Liberator trying to set up shop and murder stuff inside the main base. But there's a Stalker out for Firebird now. Can the Stalker kill No! It was already injured, so 2 shots enough to kill it. And Liberator going to set up, but pretty severely injured here. 40 hit points on this thing, and a bunch of Stalkers pop out, and it's gone. Liberator is completely gone. All right, Oracle. Well done, Oracle. 5 kills for you. A Void Ray, actually, in production. So 2 Oracles. Here, this Starport is trying to make another Liberator. Oh, and another Liberator is here. Good golly. He is just Liberator pumping. This one already has 5 kills. Workers killed count is 6, which is not great. Stalkers trying to finish this off. Can they get it? No. Liberator runs away, trying to get rid of these Oracles using an air-to-air attack, which is pretty weak, especially against single targets. So not going to work out too well unless the Oracles kind of allow it to happen over the course of the next 5 minutes or so. But guess what? Stalkers, boom! Goodbye. Starport lifting off, running. It looks like the cheese from the Terran player is completely done at this point in time. Void Ray hanging out for Firebird just outside the main base of St. Nicholas. We're both on one base. It's 21 to 18 Harvesters. Firebird looking all right, I suppose. Void Ray trying to take down this orbital command of St. Nicholas. He's trying to land here at his natural base. Void Ray upset about that. Going to try to kill it. Can the Stalkers get rid of this Starport? Yes, indeed they can. Quite easily. In fact, and they do. Void Ray does use prismatic alignment. Widowmine sitting here for St. Nicholas. Dang it, Sheila, get out of the way. Widowmine does kill one of the Oracles and injure the other one, which is not great. Marines here, but are there enough Marines? No, 4 Marines versus the Oracle. Second Oracle also gets 5 kills. Another Widowmine is here, and the Marines finish off the Oracle, though. Void Ray forced to pull back. What do we got? Double Reaper. A double Reaper at 7 minutes, trying to sneak on in and do some work here inside Firebird's main base, but Firebird sees it, warps in a couple Zealots, which I don't think that was the correct life choice unless the Reapers are very poorly microed, and in fact they are. All right, St. Nicholas is concerned about other things than keeping his Reapers alive. I don't know what exactly. Maybe microing this Widowmine, which already does have a kill. Do you have an Observer on the field? I feel like you do. You got 2, actually. Okay, so they're both coming up to try to assist with the offensive, and this is a pretty strong attack here. 66 to 35 total supply. Firebird has that lead. This follow-up, this final push to finish off the cheese looks like it's going to work out pretty well. Loses a Stalker to the Widowmine, though. Where is your Observer? Okay, there we go. Observer's joined the party. Close enough. Something. I don't know. Another Widowmine at the top of the ramp. Ends up getting killed. Yeah, 2 Observers are here. And just marching right up the ramp. Prismatic alignment being used against Marines, which isn't that wonderful, but hey, better than nothing. Better against Marauders, though. They're armored. They take that damage, and that's it. St. Nicholas is defeated. Firebird is victorious in 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Excellent job. Excellent cheese. Both players trying to make it happen. St. Nicholas entertained us at the very least, but was not successful, and the follow-up push off of 1 base here for Firebird was the bomb. Actually, he technically had 2 bases, but did most of his damage in the early stages. Okay, we'll come back with more cheese from the Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans. Cheese compilation number 20. This will be a game between Mini Titan and Ostrich on Ascension to Ire, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Mini Titan representing Winter. Have to assume that's what that is. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Ostrich. Okay, so Ostrich versus Mini Titan. Mini Titan has been around on the cheese compilation for quite a while now. Something of a celebrity here. So this is at very least a cheese attempt by Mini Titan. We'll see if it works out for him or not. All right, so a blue versus red. ZVT here on Ascension to Ire, the channel's favorite matchup, bar none. And so far, nothing crazy, man. Nothing crazy. Looks like a hatch first out of the Mini Titan, and with the 300 mineral count, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Ostrich thrown down his barracks. He's already got his gas production coming as well, so probably going to be a Reaper of some kind, although there's a chance it could just be a Marine too. Could just be a Marine as well. Quick plug for the podcast. We have a new episode up, the Falcon Paladin Hour, with myself, Falcon Paladin, and Wade, my Australian co-caster. We talk about Rick and Morty. We talk about child gambling problems. We talk about buying a trampoline and what it would take to get one of us to murder a dog. So if you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. You can find us on Google Play. If you look at the music section, search Falcon Paladin. We're there. We're there on iTunes. If you're an Apple user, we are on Beyond Pod. We're on Last FM. I mean, there's all sorts of places you can go to find this thing, so hit that subscribe. It's once a week of an hour of talking about artificial intelligence. We actually do talk about augmented reality a little bit on this episode too, so check it out. It's a good hour of fun for sure. And yeah, just marine production here from Ostrich, so nothing too nuts from him. He's got a factory, double factory follow-up though, with double gas. He's going to fully saturate this second. He has second refinery is fully saturated, and just slow overlord scouting for Mini Titan. So it's a one baser out of Ostrich here, which could get a little bit hairy for a Zerg player. If you don't know it's a one base and you take a third real quick, or I mean, he's getting a Roach Warren, so he might have the ability to respond to this if he sees this attack coming, because there's an attack coming. No question. Oh, there was a... Did you cancel a tech lab on that thing, Ostrich? What'd you do, friend? What did you do on that factory that you had to cancel? Alright, so double factory here, and are they doing anything? Come on, Ostrich, you can do this. Come on, Ostrich. He's making a Cyclone. Good. And is he making another Cyclone? Good. Alright, so double Cyclone with Marine support. This is pretty intimidating for any Zerg player that has to fight this. If they went Roach, the Cyclones are extremely good. They shoot very fast, very hard, plus they get bonus damage versus Roaches, which means every shot they fire over the course of a couple seconds is increased in damage. It is such a good unit against the Roach. Let's take a look and see exactly how much that bonus is. It's 3 damage regularly, but versus armored, it's 5 damage. That's like a 40% increase in damage done to armored units. Hi, caramba. In second barracks on the way here for Ostrich. And are the Cyclones just going to move out? Oh, I guess they are bringing the Marines. So 4 Marines to 2 Cyclones at 3.5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be tight. We do have Roaches in production for Mini Titans, so that's good for him. That is excellent for him. We've got, obviously, the spawning pool. Oh, he's going lair. He's going for a lair. Real fast lair, and no third base here. Worker count 26 to 22. He has the lead, but those workers are not going to help much with this Marine and this Cyclone play. He has 3 Roaches. All right, he's making 4. So maybe he's going to be prepared for this. I don't know. Queen doesn't take extra damage from the Cyclones because she's not armored. She's biological. Look at this Roach die. Roach 1 dead. Roach 2 dead. Roach 3 runs away. Yeah, these Roaches are getting injured so much trying to focus down the Marines. There seemed like a better target, but oh my gosh, the Roach massacre. All 7 Roaches die, and the Cyclones are about 50% health, and there's still a Marine remaining here. This Queen ends up dead, trying to march up the ramp. You got this thing, Ostrich? I don't know if you got this thing, Ostrich. Oh, a Nidus. A Nidus network in here for Mini Titan, but look at this, more Cyclones joining the party. Ah, they do see the Nidus network, and Queen, oh my gosh, the target firing here. No. You have to target fire the Roaches. Don't worry about the drones. Man, these drones getting pulled off are absorbing a lot of damage that is intended for our Roaches. Oh, wow. Takes care of the Cyclones by pulling the drones. If he didn't do that, I think it's over. But check this action out. There is a Nidus Worm that's going to come up at some point. I don't know why he'd build a Nidus network without doing that. Making a Ravager first of all. And this Overlord, I'm just hanging out, man. Just hanging out. Don't mind me. Just gonna stay here and float around the outside of your base. That's not suspicious. You saw the Nidus network, man. Are you not prepared for this? Ostrich, no! He's making Marines. Why isn't he making more Cyclones? Oh, I guess he started to tank. That's great. He sees this, right? He absolutely 100% sees this. All right, Nidus up. Roaches and Ravagers and Queens inside your main base. Surprise, Mr. Ostrich. Corrosive Bile being tossed on down, getting rid of this tech lab on one of the factories. And, yep, a Marine and a Marauder trying to stop this. Nope. Pulling the boys. Pulling the SCVs just like Mini Titan did a couple of minutes ago. Is it going to be enough, though? These mules aren't even attacking. Do they have an attack? I don't think they have an attack. And there's the good game. Well played. Out of Ostrich. All of his workers are dying quickly. This tank pops out, but it's too late. Too little, too late. Mini Titan is victorious. And Ostrich is out. So, man, barely holds the one base all-in cheese out of Ostrich by pulling the drones and then finishes up with a Nidus network attack that manages to win the game. Excellent example of cheese. We'll be back with more in just a second. More cheese. Must produce more cheese for Falcon Paladin's fans. This example of cheese is between Dare for More and Creevy on Catalina, the latter edition. In the left corner of the map, left-hand side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Dare for More. And in the topish corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss player, Creevy from Tsso, T-S-S-O, is what that one is. So a PvP here is going to be a cannon rush again is the question of the day. Seems possible. Seems like it is a possibility. PvPs do often feature the cannon rush when they're in the cheese compilation. Of the 20 that I've cast so far, I can't believe it's been 20, which means it's been 40 weeks. Did I start doing these every other week? Or did I start doing them week by week? I don't know. The first one was probably about 6 months ago, though. If I had to guess, that's where it would be. So if you've been here the whole time, first of all, welcome aboard. That's so good to see ya. I'm glad you've been here this whole time. Forge on the way from Creevy, so it looks like it's going to be a cannon rush. Regular old gateway. Regular old boring gateway from Dare for More. Come on, man. More cheese in your life is good news. But then there's a gateway from Creevy, too. So, what? What is happening exactly? It's like a cannon rush, but it's not going very well. Oh, he had to scout. He had to scout this other location first and then come up before he gets started his diabolical cannon rush for the ages. All right, so Dare for More comes in and sees a forge first and says, how interesting. Perhaps I should send a probe out to scout for cannons in my base. No, Dare for More is not doing this. You guys don't be like Dare for More. Send a probe out to these corners that are dark. Send one out to your natural base. See if there's a proxy over here somewhere. At least try. You might not find it, but at least give it a shot. Don't just be like, oh, there's probably cannons coming. Oh, well, I'm sure I can handle it when the time comes. Wow, 3 pylons, or rather 3 cannons already coming up for Creevy here at the natural base location of Dare for More. Dare for More is just an inspiring name, is what that is. And check this out, Creevy. Wow, another example of double cheese. Are you kidding? Good submissions, you guys. Good job this week. Or these 2 weeks, rather. Yeah, 2 weeks. Basically, I take a 2-week batch and send them into the screeners. So this pylon's up for Dare for More. What's he going to do with it? He does have a cyber core on the way, but it seems a little bit late. Yeah, he's floating about 600 minerals and 200 gas here at the 2-minute mark. Not great. Not a great sign. Another pylon up here for Creevy. There's going to be a nasty shock if Dare for More tries to expand here. First, he can't because this pylon's in the way. And second of all, there are cannons waiting for him. So what's the follow-up here from Creevy? He's not pushing with these cannons. It doesn't look like he is, anyway, though he could. Yeah, here we go. Here comes Creevy. No, he is going to be able... Can he? Is that pylon in the way? No, it's not, actually. Oh, that's hilarious. But the cannons can hit it. That's not good news. Ooh, gets the probe. Forces a cancel on the Nexus. And another cannon coming up with this mineral line. Another cannon, making sure you can't even toss down a Nexus anymore. Dang it, Dare for More. How dare you? Haha, because he dares for more. It is a proxy Stargate from Dare for More. Going to try to sneak on up and murder some things for Creevy. He's got cannons, but they're not protecting his mineral line, which seems to be a primo target for anything that comes out of this Stargate, whether it be a Void Ray, a double Stargate even, whether it be a Void Ray or a couple Oracles. They're going to want to go here. They're not so much going to want to go here. All right, Creevy, this is bad times. This is a really weird cannon rush right now. Really weird cannon rush. It's not even covered. This pylon's not even covered by that cannon. It's close, though. I feel like the range should extend out here, but maybe just about here instead, kind of going halfway through. Mothership Core shows up, says, get out of my natural base. I'm going to shoot you with my laser. Actually, what is this again? Repulsor cannon. I will repulse you with my repulsor cannon is the word. And it is going to be Void Ray Oracle. Oh, a combination for Dare for More. I like it. I like a combination. That seems fairly nice. And another pylon coming up, just in case somebody comes along to murder this pylon and depower these Stargates. That would be bad. I feel like Dare for More has dealt with that before. So Mothership Core is going to take down this pylon, which is great, but more and more cannons are up. Like, there's no way Dare for More taking this natural. It's just not happening. Just not happening. There are too many cannons all over the gosh darn place. But Dare for More is absolutely still working on the Stargate stuff. He could Chrono Boost out this Oracle to assist, but, oh, rather the Void Ray to assist. Oracle's already out. And here comes our Oracle, and once again, a completely unprotected mineral line. So, if you want to say goodbye to these probes, I feel like their days are numbered. Unless Dare for More has no interest, there we go, in attacking. I was like, dude, come on. And a moment of silence for all those probes. You want to guess how many there were? Guess now, because it was 18. 18 probe kills by this Oracle. The reaction time was infinity for Creevy. Did not pull those probes at all. Is down to 4 of them. Still has the ability to cannon up here, though, possibly. The photon overcharge is a big deal. At the top of this ramp, there's a pylon. There's a mothership core ready to rock. And 3 Void Rays are going to join the party. So I think that's it. I think that's going to be it for Creevy. I really don't see how he can respond to this at all. No! Hero Oracle going to die. No! Oh, survives. Void Ray assists. No, but the cannon! Dang it, Hero Oracle. Void Ray is getting rid of the Nexus. Probes running for their lives. I mean, I guess they really don't have anywhere else to go is the problem. Creevy doesn't have enough minerals to rebuild this Nexus, so that's going to be it. That's it. That's it. 18 kill Oracle, you guys. Just... And Creevy with the rage quit. Whew. That was hard. That was hard to watch all those probes get murdered. It was. So, interesting attempt at a cannon rush here for Creevy, but in the end, didn't pay attention to the probes and paid dearly. That kind of rhymes with Creevy. I don't know. It's late. Okay, we'll be back with more cheese in just a second. More cheese is brought to you by Falcon Paladin here between Fretterain and Pirate Roberts on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Terran player. It is Fretterain, who throws out the have fun. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, having said have fun, etc., it is the Blue Terran player, Pirate Roberts, representing Dread. Ho, ho, ho. It is the Dread Pirate Roberts, you guys, from the movie The Princess Bride, which actually just turned 30 years old this year. 30 years old for The Princess Bride. I do have a small story about this. It was 9th grade, like first day of 9th grade, and I was in my English class, I believe, and they did that like little fun getting to know you thing, right? Here's a list of things, list of kind of possible facts about a person. Find somebody who's broken their arm, find somebody who can whistle Mary Had a Little Lamb, find somebody who can, I don't know, tie their shoes with their feet, weird stuff like that. And one of the things was find somebody who has not watched The Princess Bride, because it was hugely popular. I mean, this was like what year was this? 98. I'm old, you guys. I'm real old, you people. So it's like 98. I'm in 9th grade. And I was the one person in my entire class who had not seen The Princess Bride, and everybody was appalled. They were like, what? That's a classic. And I said, I don't know. At that stage of my life, my media consumption was entirely ruled by my parents. If there was something they didn't want me to watch or something they didn't suggest I watch, I didn't watch it. Generally. I mean, they had an aunt. One of my aunts is like 4 or 5 years older than I am, just because my mom comes from a big family too. And she would sometimes take me or have me come over to her place, and we'd watch like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore and stuff. So I had an Adam Sandler education, but I'd never actually seen The Princess Bride, which it turns out is a pretty good movie, pretty cleverly written. If you haven't seen it, you should give it a shot. It's probably on Vudu, probably on iTunes, stuff like that, where you can just stream it at home. Actually, YouTube might have it. Regardless, clever writing, and the Dread Pirate Roberts is one of the main characters, so that's what this is. Meanwhile, cheese is happening. Pirate Roberts here is throwing down the proxy factory just outside the main base of Fretterain. Meanwhile, a factory coming up inside the Terran player's base. Double gas here. Yeah, Pirate Roberts is dedicating himself to this for sure, and using the excess minerals, which you're going to have with a factory built, by building a couple barracks and getting his marine production up here too. So let's see how this works. Starport coming up from Fretterain, and the factory. Oh, here we go. Another example of the factory lifting up to land inside the main base of the opponent, and stays. Oh, scoop! Just peeked a little bit out of those shadows, and then into the shadows, and then staying in the shadows, and here it's gonna land in the shadows. Oh man, in the shadows. He knows exactly where to place this thing. Look how close this is to the edge of the shadows, like right here, right? And he's like right here. Yep, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous placement. All the good cheesers know where you can hide stuff on every individual map, where the shadows are, where this refinery, how far it can see, and how much real estate you have to throw stuff into the darkness. Into the Darkness, which reminds me of the movie What We Do in the Shadows, which is like a mockumentary about vampires, I believe. Something that somebody recommended that I watch is by the guys who do Flight of the Conchords, which is just fantastically hilarious too, so I don't know. Wow, a 2-port Banshee here from Fraterrain. All right, 2-port Banshee with Cloak off of 1 base. He's cheesing too. There is so much double cheese, you guys. You are running into so many cheesers on the ladder when you're trying to cheese yourself. So I don't know which one of these guys sent this replay in. I mean, it might depend on who wins this thing, but, you know, if it was a good match where you both cheesed and you lost, feel free to send that in, man. I want to see good stuff. Subs want to see good stuff. All right, so Widowmines are here for Pirate Roberts. He's working on some Hellions, too. The Widowmines need to go, and here we go. Widowmine sneaking on over. Surprise, Widowmines coming from nowhere to burrow themselves. Oh, good reaction time from Fraterrain. Oh, my gosh, pulled all of his SCVs. The Banshees head on out like they don't have a care in the world, but you do have a care in the world because there are Widow Mines at your mineral line and your income is approximately 0 right now. Man, the Banshees don't actually. All right, Marines trying to march on up here. Widow Mine does fire on like an SCV, I think that was. Yes, in fact it was. Hellions joining the party. Get out of here. Killing the SCV, building the missile turret. Killing the missile turret itself. I mean, eventually they'll get there. They're not great against buildings, but they have some kind of DPS. And there you go. Missile turret toast. Gonna try to take down the engineering bay. Oh, they didn't get it. What? They got distracted, I guess. 3 Hellions versus Marines, but more Banshees popping on out. How does he have money for Banshee? Well, he doesn't anymore. But the Hellions getting cleaned out, and guess who shows up? The Banshees at Pirate Roberts' base. The pirate caught unawares by a scurvy lapdog. And this is another just massacre. He runs, though. He runs, which is good. You gotta get your SCVs out of there. The Marines are trying to get rid of these dudes, but they're not getting... Yeah, there's only 4 of them, which is not enough. It's really not enough. This factory here, Widow Mines getting picked out as the missile turret is finished in Fraterrain's base, which is excellent. Banshee, you gotta lift. At this point, Pirate Roberts, you got to lift, man. What you gotta do. So, alright. So it looks like Fraterrain has established peace and security in his base, except for the fact there is still Hellions here. They're trying to get rid of the tech lab, I guess, for reasons I don't fully understand. Also, dude, you have to lift this barracks. It's gonna... Alright, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's gonna die anyway. SCV is trying to come back and actually mine. Do you have an engineering bay? Nope. Your anti-air is woeful. No, don't come back to death! I mean, I guess maybe trying to distract the Marine... distract the Banshees from the Marines, but... this is real bad, you guys. Real bad. There is so much worker massacre in this cast. This is not suitable for children, I don't think, to watch all these SCVs get killed. It's not the death necessarily, it's just the fact that they're innocent SCVs. Speaking of not suitable for children, I've gotten a few of my videos flagged by the automated Google thing that they are not suitable for all advertisers, and I'm thinking, what exactly? All I do is cast StarCraft and Brood War, and I don't swear, and I mean, yeah, it's a fairly violent game, but they're all the same. Cyclone's popping out here, but oh, they're cloaked. They are cloaked. Cloaked Banshee, okay, against Cyclone. Wait, lock on, gonna try to finish this off. Ah, that's the good game from Pirate Roberts. Our matey, he does decide to tap out. He's down 19-5 Harvesters, which is not great. He lost his factory. All he's got is this, and he knows there's so many workers, so rough one. So in the battle of the cheesers, Dread Pirate Roberts is the loser, and Fraterrain is your winner. I didn't see that coming. The 2-port Banshee gets the win. Banshee's real good units in the situation, you guys. 15 and 26 kills on these Banshees. What? What is that? All right, that's gonna be it from me for this one. Anyway, wow, I almost went into end of cast mode there. No, more cheese coming. We have a few more games, and we'll see those in just a second. Welcome back to more cheese, which we're gonna speed up because this one's a little bit longer, but my screeners felt like it was worth including, so we're gonna speed it up. In the top left-hand corner of Odyssey, the Ladder Edition, we have the Red Protoss player. It is PZGZ. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map is the Blue Terran player. It is Elithidon, representing Easy. He's back, you guys. He's back with more cheese in this one. Got 2 selections by the screeners. Not too shabby, honestly. I'm normally tossed, but I was trying Terran on testing, and now I'm the wrong race. So Lithodon is your Terran this time. He was Protoss in the first time that we saw him, so that's pretty hilarious. Actually, full wall off here from a Lithodon. That's, I mean, that's what I do too when I play Terran, because I'm so afraid of not walling against early stuff. You don't have to, right? If you scout properly, you can prepare for it, but I just rather not. Just rather not. He knows to get an engine. Actually, wait, that's an engineering bay from a Lithodon. What are you planning? Oh, is this going to be a planetary fortress rush? Lithodon, you saving up that money? You're saving up that money. Oh, come. That's going to be a planetary fortress rush against a Protoss player. I mean, we've seen this. Reaper out for PZGZ. Or Reaper out for a Lithodon, rather. Wow, I'm totally a liar. I'm going to try to kill some stuff here, and doing actually okay. It does have one kill, which I think was with the natural. But does manage to get the heck on out of there. It has the skin, actually, the Reaper skin. Oh, don't come back. Wow, surviving with 1 hit point. And does manage to escape with his life. Scouts to make sure the Nexus is done and then commit suicide. Kitty charge does blow the Adept away, though. That's pretty fun. Pretty fun stuff, actually. So, just going to hang out here. Fairly standard play here from PZGZ, which I keep wanting to say easy peasy. But that's not what it is. Building armor being researched makes sense if you're going Planetary Fortress Rush. And here, I mean, here we go. It's time to go. There's really nothing here to stop this, except for a couple Adepts, which, depending on the target firing here, could get interesting. And coming on into land. Wait, okay. Alright, gonna land here. I mean, this is out of range of... Is that photon overchargeable if you put it, like, right here? I don't think so. That's a good spot, man. That's a real good spot. Tossing in missile turrets, tossing in another command center, but no! Spotted by the Protoss player. Missile turret might be able to take down the mothership core, but no, pulls it away in time. Missile turret toast. Mule attacking. Oh, trying to repair. Derp. Whew. Brain fart there. And yeah, so Planetary Fortress finishes, but it's not in range of anything. This is the craziest, weirdest attempt. Another mule being called down. Command center. Finish. Oh, it's bait. He's trying to bait units into this Planetary Fortress. This is amazing. Oh no, Planetary Fortress getting way too many kills. 2 Adepts. What is happening here? Don't just die to this Planetary Fortress. Oh, why is this working? This should not be working. Oh no. It does have high stack auto tracking, right? Yeah, got that upgrade too. And building armor. Dang, this is a beefy Planetary Fortress. All right, so did a lot of work. Has 9 kills, but I mean, it's in the wrong place and it can't get moved again, which is an obstacle. Let's just call it that. It is an obstacle. All right, throwing up another Planetary Fortress. And PZGZ is actually afraid to attack this. No, there you go. Can getting close enough to finish that thing off. No big deal. No big deal. There's the cancel. Another missile turret trying to come up. Another no. Another no. And very smartly pulling back away from the Planetary Fortress. It is very scary. You don't have enough stalkers to kill it, especially with the repair going on. So Illithid off racing a Planetary Fortress rush, and let's just say struggling a bit. It's 47 to 20 harvesters, which is not ideal. These Reapers are not going to do anything for you, man. Not against Stalker. Not against Stalker. He's trying to cannon rush. He's trying to cover this command center construction with this already constructed command center, and it's kind of working a little bit here. Mothership Core needs to take down the SCV building this command center. Is it enough? Planetary Fortress rocking hard, you guys. Reaper getting some damage in because everybody's focusing down the PF. And actually, never mind, does die, but does again distract the repair happening here. Is it gonna be enough for the Planetary Fortress to live? I don't know if it is. 200 hit points. Getting repaired by something back here. An SCV. An SCV, one SCV back here, but no, more Stalkers join the party. The Planetary Fortress is dead. There's the cancel. And that's it. That's going to be all she wrote. I mean, I don't really see a Lithodon coming back from this one. It's 42 to 20 total harvesters. This is where you counterattack, by the way. PZGZ. Did this Reaper just come in and start killing stuff? Are you kidding? This Reaper has no business doing that. Has 1 kill, though. And immediately dies to the Stalkers that respond. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That is it. There's nothing back home. There's a Reaper for a Lithodon. But what if something crazy happens? Dang it. I hate it when something crazy might happen. Okay, hold on. We're going to just use ×4 speed here. Because PZ, he's moving out. Alright, I was going to say, he has no interest in moving out and killing his opponent. That is surely in a terrible place right now. I mean, just all that he lost on those command centers and planetary fortresses. Alright, so PZGZ here, coming on in with his Stalker, Zealot, Warp, Prism group. And going to attack this command center at the front. There's a bunker here too, but that's not really enough. Nope. Planetary Fortress with the natural, though. There's a natural base for a Lithodon, which is helpful, but except for the fact... Well, I don't know. The repair's pretty good. You got to get the Zealots in here on top of those SCVs. You got to focus them down. Is there enough repair? Nah, the Zealots. There you go. Clear out those mules and SCVs, and now the natural base is absolutely going to die. 43 to 22 Harvesters. There have been 16 SCVs killed. Voideries joining the party too. Here from PZGZ, an angry Protoss player who got sort of Planetary Fortress Rush, but not really. And he's waiting at the bottom of the ramp. I mean, he just comes up here, right? Just comes up. There's a couple tanks, but does that really matter? Apparently so. I mean, there's Marine Tank, which is a pretty good composition, but I mean, tank gone to Void Rays instantly with Prismatic Alignment. One tank remaining, doesn't really matter. Yeah, all the Marines are gone, all the tanks are gone, and that's the good thing from a Lithodon. He out, well played. And PZGZ is your victor. That was a fun one. That was a fun little crazy attempt from a Lithodon. We'll be back with more cheese in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to Cheese Compilation number 20. This one will be a game between Omamorki and Moliere on Ascension to Ire, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Omamorki. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Moliere. All right, so Moliere here versus Omamorki. These are names I do not recognize, so one of these players is our cheeser. Because again, it got chosen by the screeners, or screener, rather, by Logan this week. And who's it going to be? I don't know, but Moliere, I believe, is the name of a, boy, like an 18th century French philosopher. I want to say that's what that is. Now I'm going to Google it and see if I was right. To Google. The best part of my cast is when I'm Googling something on my phone while I'm talking to you at the same time. Moliere. Oh, one of the first options is quotes, so definitely famous. Jean-Baptiste Poquelin, known as the stage name Moliere, was a French playwright and actor he died in the 1600s. All right, so playwright, but by extension, a bit of a philosopher too, right? Come on. Bit of a philosopher. Playwrights are generally trying to speak to the human condition anyway, but the 1600s, I was way off on the century, that's for sure. So Falcon Paladin, not as smart as he thinks he is. A lesson you can often learn on the channel. Alright, so it looks pretty standard here from Moliere. Although it's a gasless opening, which is kind of odd. It's a one gateway into an expansion into a cybernetics core before the first gas is taken. This is a greedy build. I mean, looks like a hatch first from Omamorki, so that's not a huge deal. Extractor pool here just now finishing. So there's no way the Zerg player gets anything across the map to really kill the Protoss player at this stage of the game. Probe sees the timing on that pool finish. 4 Lings are in production, but they are slow Lings, and Moliere has all the time in the world to wall this off, and he is. And he is. Get a Zealot, stick him right here, and you're fine. You're fine. No need to panic. Absolutely no need to panic whatsoever, but that is a very quick Baneling Nest and an Evolution Chamber from Omamorki, which, okay, so Evolution Chamber required to make Drop Lords, and I think based on the trajectory of both of these Overlords, as there's a drone versus probe battle on up here, I think this is going to be drop play, you guys. That Evolution Chamber is a huge tell. That's why you got to stick around, man. If you can stick around with that probe and scout and see that Evolution Chamber come down, that's going to tell you everything you need to know. So sure, your front wall is a wall, and you have Bob the Zealot holding that line, but there it is. Drop Lord 1. Drop Lord 1 already coming into existence. These Lings running down an outside path to get to the other side of the map so that Moliere cannot see it. Cannot see this coming. One drone does get inside. How did you... Oh, is that not a... That's not tight? That's not tight. Wow. All right, so drone comes in and says, hey, guys, it looks like it's all clear. Looks like it's all clear in the main base. There is literally nothing here. There are no pylons. There's no gateways. There's no units. One Baneling Overlord ready to go. Bane Rain is on the menu. This probe might actually scout this, but it's probably going to be too late. All right, so Banelings are here. Ta-da! I don't know if you need 2 drop lords for this. I feel like this drop lord couldn't come back over. You can just kind of elevator, right? Kind of sit it right on the edge. Lift land, lift land, lift land. 2 drop lords is definitely overkill. But maybe that's something that Morky did not know. Where are these lings going? I think he told them to go inside the main base, and they are. Oh, he's distracting with them. Hey, I'm attacking your front. Hey. Hey, meanwhile, here come the Banelings. Ah, splitting 2 this side and 2 this side, so the probes have nowhere to go. 2 of them exploding a little prematurely, but that was a massive hit. That was a massive hit, and that's the good game out of Moliere. Ah, the lings are here. All that Moliere had was a single zealot. He got greedy, man. He got greedy. He was up like 15 workers on his opponent at the 4-minute mark, but lost so many probes in that explosion. That was brutal for Moliere. Are we not done yet? I feel like maybe we're not done yet. Mothership Core here trying to murder stuff, I guess. Maybe trying to get a pylon down. He said good game, but he's not leaving. And then he left. Okay, Moliere decides to go. And Oma Morky is your winner. Good name too, Oma Morky. Fun to say. Rolls right off the tongue. Right off the tongue. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good little 2-base drop play action with Lings and Banes. Moliere didn't play it well, but sometimes you get punished. All right, more cheese coming at you in just a second. More cheese coming at you. This will be a game between Obsidian Cole and Sergeant Crack on Interloper, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Sergeant Crack from Tizkers. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss player. It's going to be Obsidian Cole from 501 with an Alarak spinning logo there. Alarak, one of the best villains-ish in StarCraft lore, I'd say. I mean, he's a villain, right? I think he works with Artanis and everything, but I don't know. He's voiced by the same guy who does Q in Star Trek: The Next Generation and Future and further Star Trek shows, so that helps. That helps a lot. Oh, it is a cannon rush. There we go. Forge here from Sergeant Crack. We'll see what this one is, if it's any different from the previous cannon rushes that we have seen so far, which have been 1 fail and 1 succeed, right? I think that's what we have witnessed thus far. Probe. That's the sound they make when they scoot across the map. Shooting out little methane blue flames out the back there. And wow, just absolutely going for it, man. Tossing down 2 pylons right up next to Obsidian Cole's main base. And the probes are pulled, man. The probes are pulled. They're really concerned about one of these pylons, but not the other one, I guess. Another pylon on the way. Another pylon on the way. Dang, Sergeant Crack cancels the one that was injured. Lets this one finish and says, all right, cannon time. And Obsidian Cole is not, Obsidian Cole, dude. All right, not responding to this in any way. You have to respond. All right, 4 cannons in production right now. This seems like some moderately bad news for Obsidian Cole, but he is unfazed. Whoa. And he's pulling the boys, but they're not. I mean, I guess they're going to get rid of this pylon in the middle of Nowheresville, forcing a cancel, but they're heading out, you guys. They're leaving the main base entirely and just running across the map. Alrighty then. See you later, probes. It was nice to have you around, and this is just overkill for cannons. You don't need 4 of them. Probably could have canceled one and saved some money, but chose not to. All right, so Obsidian Cole left his main base to its own devices. Enjoy. And the probes are coming down. I assume that's just a probe rush. I assume they're going to respond to this cannon rush with a probe rush. It's 19 to 17 harvesters, so it does have a an advantage here, and I can never tell who's going to win these things at all. Watching that worker count in the top right, though, 17, 16, 15, 15, 15 to 12, suddenly plummeting for Sergeant Crack, down to 10, but 13, 12, 8. This is just straight up battle here. Some of these probes are attacking this Nexus, which is not good for Obsidian Coal. 9-5, 9-4, 9-3, and suddenly Obsidian Coal wins with a 9-2 here. Actually, could probably get rid of this probe too. No, this guy's shooting you in the back with a zapper. Don't you feel that? Does he gets a kill? No! Don't allow this! And where did the Zealot come from? I guess he made it from this gateway. That would make sense. Zealot finally gets rid of the probe that's been killing other probes. And now it's turned into a base race, you guys. Holy shamoly. Both players have taken new bases, though. So that's good news. So here we go, Obsidian Coal. Actually very close to each other, hilariously. They don't know that they're there, but both choosing to go to the top of the map here. Obsidian Coal to the very top. And, no, just kidding. Just below that, Sergeant Cracks at the very top. So main Nexus gone for Sergeant Crack. Zealots going after this forge. And now at this point it says, does not say rather, your opponent is being revealed. It doesn't say that. So you need to find where their new Nexus is. There's a new Nexus out there. It's somewhere, I promise. But he's actually harvesting with his 8-1 probe count advantage, which seems pretty good. You can start with 8 workers and your opponent starts with 1. You're going to do just fine. Gonna do just fine here. Meanwhile, probe for Obsidian Coal trying to get rid of this pylon in his base. Get out of my base. No one likes your style. More Zealots in production here for Obsidian Coal. And he does find it. Okay, good job, Zealot. Working hard to find this base and then committing suicide. Oh, almost into that cannon. Decides not to and then decides to. What are you... I've given up on trying to understand Zealot psychology. It's just not a good place. I think maybe he tried to get over here to this pylon, but didn't realize by doing so he'd walk past this cannon and get murdered. So that pylon's out. I mean, not supply blocked by any sense here is the Sergeant. He has 3 supply and 47 available, so he is fine for the next few minutes here. And it's just going to be Zealot production from this gateway inside his own main base, where he doesn't have a base technically, so... I guess this is the new base now. This is the new main base now. And I don't know if this one cannon is going to be enough necessarily. Let's speed it up just a little bit. These guys are taking their time for sure. All right, so Zealot's waiting for their chance to get in there. There are 4 of them. I feel like that's enough. 4 Zealots against a cannon is going to win every day of the week, even if they don't have upgrades. Even if they don't have upgrades, dude, you could do this. You get rid of the cannon, you get rid of the probes, you win this thing, but instead, being cautious. Let's take a look at the skins. War chest skins. They look so beefy. There it is. All right, so maybe one of your Zealots will die. Seems like a very real possibility, but there we go, and that's it. Good game from the Sergeant. The Sergeant is defeated, and Obsidian Coal is your winner. Failed cannon rush, but only because the resulting worker rush succeeded so victoriously. For Obsidian, that was amazing. And then he has a higher worker count. He's able to get some mining here. I mean, Sergeant is dead in the water. He actually probed up probably too hard. But he didn't have a forge either. I don't know. I think he was dead either way. I think once it was 8-1 workers and there were Zealots on the field for Obsidian Coal, that was the end of it. That was the end of it. So good one. Good little PvP. Sent in, I assume, by Obsidian Coal. Like to see cannon rushers lose in weird, weird ways. So that's going to be it for that cheese. We've got... Do we have one more? We have one more. We've got one more cheese for you guys. And that'll come up here in just a second. The final game of the cheese compilation will be between HHHHHH and Techmaster on Odyssey, the latter edition. I think I said too many H's there. Those aren't H's anyway. They're not H's. They're not hashtags. They're... possibly acrylic character of some kind. They kind of look like A's too. It's like an optical illusion. What do you see when you look at this symbol, Falcon? I saw H's initially, but now I see A's. Whatever. Somebody can tell me what this is. So it's a ZVZ here on Odyssey, the latter edition. Between these 2 players, in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is H. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's the blue Zerg player, Techmaster from 3DE, which is an esports club. Apparently based on that spinning logo. Both players actually go in extractor pool here. That pool extractor, I think that was pool extractor from Techmaster. Anyway, both players getting their pools extremely fast and not expanding. You don't see this Well, at least not on my channel, right? The ZVZs that I cast generally tend to be a little bit longer, and the longer ones don't start out extractor pool. That's for sure. I've said this before, but if you're watching this, you need to expand. If you're going to go some kind of a crazy early aggressive Ling build like H is here with speed on the way, with 6 Lings on the way, you have to expand. You don't produce enough larvae to spend the money you're getting based on the drone count that you have right now. You just don't. You don't have enough. So you got to expand. You're going to eventually have enough minerals to do it anyway. So just get it out of the way. Because look, if he just keeps making drones, I mean, just keeps making Lings, he's going to run out of available larvae, and the income's going to keep piling up. You can see this here, already piling up to the 100. Soon it'll be 200. So these Lings are coming out. Sloverlord is on the way. Sloverlord does you see this? Just catching a glimpse of these Lings. I don't know if Techmaster saw that, you guys, but he's got 4 Lings. He's trying to expand. He probably wouldn't try to expand if he knew these Lings were here. He's tossing that thing down. The Lings run right inside the main base. He's got a good number here defending, though. What are we looking at here? It is 12 to 6, 14 to 6 for H. So 6 defending. He's making 2 more. Baneling Nest on the way from H. And is he expanding behind this? No, he's not. He's getting a Baneling Nest, though. So maybe it'll work out for him if he keeps making buildings, I suppose. Expansion on the way for Techmaster. If he can keep that, it's going to be a good sign. It's going to be a great sign for him that he has a chance to win this game. He has a queen, too, which is useful. Extra larva production off of this one base. Going to be immensely helpful. Although, man alive, it is 13 to 12 Lings. But these banelings are kind of a huge deal for H. So let's see how Techmaster can hold this, if he can hold this. This might just be a straight up attack. Losing 2 Lings immediately is bad for nothing. Really terrible. Trying to hold the line here. Trying to micro as best he can with the queen attacking. Queen needs to absorb these baneling shots if at all possible. Everybody focusing on the queen. The queen does die. The banelings are not distracted, though. They're trying to sneak on in here to this mineral line. Get out of there. Okay, losing a couple drones. Could have been a lot worse. More popping out. Catching a nice baneling hit was H there. And these Zerglings are trouble. Another queen is here, though, trying to micro her out and get saved by the Zerglings at the same time. It's close. The queen does die, and it's Speedling versus Speedling here inside the main base. Drones are getting picked off like they're made of tofu. And wow, Techmaster stabilizes. Somehow he stabilizes there. He lost 2 queens. Is it 3? He lost 2 queens. He's making a Baneling nest of his own. He recognizes this player is super duper aggressive. See, look, 470 minerals for H. He needs that expansion, and he's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's not sending a drone down at all. Does he not? Maybe he doesn't recognize how this is supposed to work in Legacy of the Void. Maybe he's been doing this since Heart of the Swarm, where one base was fairly viable to do this with. But yeah, he's starting to float that cash. Got some Lings for Techmaster sneaking up this bottom left path. You might try to get in there while H is not paying attention, and he does. He gets right on in, gets in for the scout. I don't think he's killing this queen. Are you killing this queen? Probably not killing this queen, but he's moving over. Oh, sneaks his own banelings on the right side here, hoping H doesn't notice, hoping the queen is satisfied with her 2 kills. Another attack coming in from H in the natural base. Another queen. The queen's trying to get on the ramp. Oh, they barely block off the ramp here, but the Lings win that battle anyway. Banelings joining the party for H a little bit late, which is surprising to me. Good Baneling hits, good target firing, excellent. 1 Ling for 1 Baneling traded by Techmaster. That's what you want. Oh, the Banelings! We gotta back that up. We gotta see that hit. Gotta see that hit. 3 of them snuck on in here at some point. Yeah, while these Banelings were busy being picked off fairly efficiently by Techmaster, these Banelings were here, and big hit. Big time hit. And 1 Baneling hit only weakens drones, unless they have the +2 attack, the Banelings. So you need 2 Baneling splashes to take out drones. So going after the natural base of Techmaster, Baneling, that was worth it. Wow, that was 5 or 6. 5 or 6 Zerglings for 1 Bane. More Banelings joining the party here and trying to get inside the main base, but can they make it? No! No, Techmaster saves it. Zerglings are here too, fighting, and that's it. Oh, the bad manner out of H as he leaves the game, and Techmaster is victorious. 17 to 8 Harvesters. That little Baneling sneak here inside the main base by Techmaster was a thing of beauty. More Lings coming on down. I mean, it's not what is it? It's 12 to 4 Zerglings for H. He has a pretty strong army right now, but I guess maybe Techmaster had the time. He had 10 lings in production. Okay. Plus 17 to 8 Harvesters, plus 2 bases that H never killed, and he never expanded. That was the fatal flaw. Fatal flaw. Also not trading efficiently with Banelings there. Resources lost 1,700 for Techmaster compared to 15, well, we'll call it 16 for H. So, I don't know. Kind of even out, I suppose. But in the end, 2 bases and more workers is a big deal. Whew. So good one. Good little intense ZVZ to wrap it up. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Cheese Compilation. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.